again, thank you all for joining us this afternoon for our informational session on this new initiative that Power to the Side is launching and creating an HBCU Student Ambassador Program. My name is Janine Anderson. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. I am the Senior Director of Health Equity, and I'm also joined by my colleague, Kelsey Wilson, who is our program coordinator. So for our time together today, we'll be going over just all the ins and outs of the Ambassador Program, including any expectations, the application process, and we'll take any of your questions that you all may have. So as we're presenting, I just want to ask you all, if you want to, just go ahead and share out in our chat your name, your pronouns, your school that you attend, and also why reproductive well-being matters to you. And then also, Kelsey will be monitoring our chat, so feel free, if you have any questions while we're going through the presentation, feel free to use the chat to put your questions that you may have. Okay, so for those of you who may be unfamiliar with Power to the Side, I just want to give you just a little bit of background on our organization and also why we're choosing to work with HBCUs. So Power to the Side is a private, nonpartisan, nonprofit organization. We envision a world where everyone, no matter who they are or where they live, has control over their bodies and can decide if, when, and under what circumstances to get pregnant and have a child. At Power to the Side, our work creates opportunities for young people to get informed, take control, advocate for themselves, and protect the amazing life opportunities that lie ahead. So the big question is, why are we focusing on HBCU? Well, the real question is, why not focus on HBCUs? I can go on and on with talking about the many inequities that lie within HBCU campuses and also the Black community as a whole. However, what needs to be heard is that HBCUs have a long and significant legacy of producing elite Black professionals and are positioned to fill in the gap for students where their local communities have become deserts of sexual and reproductive health resources. So essentially, this boils down to giving the students the opportunity. So now I will go ahead and pass it over to my colleague, Kelsey, and she's going to give you a brief overview of the program.
Yeah, thanks, Janine. So I'll take us through some of the program details now. Here you can see that the overall goal of this ambassadorship program is to improve the reproductive well-being of HBCU students by launching an awareness campaign to increase knowledge and access to contraceptive methods. Next slide, please. And here we have an overview of the activities that ambassadors can expect to engage in. So we're really looking for young folks who feel driven to inspire and shape how their peers view and talk about sexual and reproductive health. And so we want to prepare and support our ambassadors in being able to serve as a reliable resource for their peers and prepare them to lead this movement on their campus. So in this checklist on the left, you can see that ambassadors will launch an awareness campaign to increase this knowledge and share these resources to improve access. Students will also have the opportunity to design swag and get really creative in their campus-wide engagement efforts. And then this will also include some content creation for social media and organizing campus events. So in terms of compensation, each ambassador will receive $2,000. So that's $4,000 per team since we're applying in pairs of 2. And they will receive ongoing coaching and support from our team. So next slide, please. And on to eligibility requirements. Here's some things to note before applying. So we're asking that students apply in pairs of 2. So y'all can go ahead and grab your partner in crime. And then keep in mind that both applicants should be undergrad or graduate students at your school within that 18 to 25-year-old age range. And both students will need to be willing to commit to a virtual monthly meeting as well as in-person events on occasion. And finally, we hope that y'all will feel inspired to get creative in your applications, showcase your story and your campus. And with that being said, we do highly encourage video submissions, but regardless, please just remember to only submit one application per team by that February 24th deadline. Next slide, please. And finally, here's some overarching expectations for the ambassadorship. A requirement of this opportunity will be to complete an online self-paced sexual health training, in addition to attending a monthly check-in and coaching calls with our team, creating social media posts each month, and finally, organizing at least one in-person campus event. Next slide, please. So with that being said, I'll pass it back to Janine to lead us through the application process.
Thanks, Kelsey. So let's talk about the application process. So students can apply or submit their applications through the Power to Decide webpage. Again, like Kelsey stated, we ask you to only submit one application per team. And then also, as a reminder, within that application, please upload your resume and your unofficial transcript. And then at the end of that application, there are 4 questions. And with those 4 questions, we ask that you either submit those 4 questions in writing in the text boxes that are provided within the application, or you can be creative and upload your video, which you would upload it to a Dropbox link. And when we say be creative, show us your school, show us your community, talk about your community and your school and yourself, and why you are inspired to be a part of this ambassador program. Once applications are submitted, finalists, the applications will be reviewed, and then finalists will be selected, and then the finalists will be invited to an interview. And then winning teams will actually be announced on March 24th, 2023. So in terms of our timeline, just some important deadline dates. So the application deadline is due 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on February 24th. And then for those finalist interviews, we will be conducting interviews between March 6th through March 22nd. And of course, we will work around student schedules when it comes to those interviews as well. And then the winning teams will be announced March 24th. And then we'll get started, our ambassadors will get started working with us with Power to Decide in April of 2023. So we can take any questions that you all may have.
I have a question. So as far as the ambassador program, how long is it, as well as your expectations from us over the ambassador program?
Yeah, absolutely. A great question. So this program, as it states right now, will run until the end of December of this year. And that's as it states right now. We have some other things in the pipeline that we're looking to hopefully to extend it out further, that we will be able to let you all know once we get confirmation along with that. But right now, as it states, it lasts until the end of December of this year, so December 31st of 2023. And in regards to expectations, as Kelsey had made mention, so we do ask that the students who are selected, that they commit to having monthly virtual meetings with Power to Decide staff, where we'll go over strategy development and coaching, and there'll be some professional development. We also ask that you all commit to being able to post to social, and we will guide you with creating content. And that content can be content that's in writing or videos, but posting to social at least 3 to 5 posts. And that's on a monthly basis. And then also we are asking you all in terms of commitment that, we would like for you all to be involved with designing your own swag. So we will have a graphic artist working with you all, helping you all come up with the design, selecting all different types of swag that you may want to see and be able to provide on your campus, and then also committing to at least one in-person campus event, campus activity. And of course, that will be through all the guidance and coaching with Power to Decide staff. So that's, in a nutshell, that is the expectations that we're asking for the students. And this is also outlined on our website and within the application process as well. There will be also other opportunities that arise that students may be interested in terms of creating content for one of our digital tools, bedsider.org. So through this whole ambassador program, there could possibly other opportunities that will arise for students to take part in, for the ambassadors to take part in as well. But right now, the commitment is the posting monthly, 1 month meeting with Power to Decide staff, designing of the swag, and at least one campus event. Any other questions? Well, if there aren't any other questions, please feel free to contact us at our email address, hbcu@powerdecide.org. There is a QR code that will link you straight to the application, and then also you can go to our website to get more information about the HBCU Student Ambassador Program. I will say this, Power to Decide, we're being very intentional about this. This is an initiative that's very near and dear to my heart as being an HBCU alum and one who mentors HBCU students. So we understand that the opportunity needs to be presented, and that's what we are doing. And we want to give this opportunity for students to have a voice and to increase engagement on your campus as it relates to sexual and reproductive health. So I'll go ahead and stop sharing. And I'll also check the chat. Kelsey, did we have any questions in the chat?
No questions, but I did link the campus health page as well as the application. And then I also dropped the HBCU email address if y'all think of any questions later on.
Okay, great. Thanks, Kelsey. So again, please feel free to reach out to us. The application process is due on Friday, February 24th. And again, those finalists that are selected, they will go through an interview process and we'll announce the winning teams on March 24th. Again, this is a paid opportunity and we're excited for it. And I hope you all do submit an application. And I encourage you all to spread the word about this ambassador program to your other classmates. So if there aren't any other questions, I wish you all to have a great afternoon. And again, feel free to contact us if you have any questions. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.